Hello, dear students. In this lecture, we'll discuss stanza 7 of Adrian Rich's poem, Snapshots of a Daughter in Law. First of all, I'll read out the stanza to you, and this is in quotes, the first part. To have in this uncertain world some stay which cannot be undermined is of the utmost consequence. Thus wrote a woman, partly brave and partly good, who fought with what she partly understood. Few men about her would or could do more, hence she was labelled harpy, shrew, and whore. This, in this part particularly, Adrian Rich shows the kind of harshness, the kind of mistreatment that women meet with in the male world. That that is something that really completely undermines them and appears to tarnish them if they try to make a say, if they want to have a say, if they come out with what they think, they are really criticized in the harshest possible terms. So here she says that to have in this uncertain world some stay which cannot be undermined is of the utmost consequence, because for women not to be undermined appears to be a great kind of achievement, because whatever they do, they come under the scanner of patriarchy and are always undermined and sidelined. And here she refers particularly to Mary Wollstonecraft, who she calls as a woman who was partly brave, partly good, and who also fought with what she partly understood. So, Mary Wollstonecraft could say that what is happening to women in the world, and she fought against that, and not many men were there who could understand her or who wanted to understand her. So, the easiest option is to label such women with some kind of tarnishing kind of a title, and well, that happened to Mary Wollstonecraft as well. And she was given different names, bad names, like she was called harpy and a shrew and a whore and whatnot. But all these attempts are targeted at undermining the spirit of women. We've discussed the stanza, and now in this part, I'll try to discuss the general interpretation that has been made by Jeevan Kumar. And he says that Rich writes about how women struggle against great odds to make a significant contribution to civilization given by ugly labels. Their contribution is undermined because they do not conform to patriarchal notions of the woman's fit place, that is, in the house, tending to her husband and children. She demonstrates the calumny of men against one such special woman, whose intelligence and ambition they find threatening. Mary Wollstonecraft, author of Thoughts on the Education of Daughters. Wollstonecraft, Mary Shelley's mother, ignored attempts to distort and diminish her achievements and challenged serial conventions that were that undervalued the intelligence of women. She who wrote Frankenstein fought with what she partly understood, namely the societal conventions that restricted the education of women, and achieved much. However, for her accomplishments, she faced the jealousy and therefore the scorn of men. Few men about her would or could do more. Hence, she was labeled harpy, shrew, and whore. A harpy in ancient Greek and Roman stories is a cruel creature with a woman's head and a body of a bird's wings and feet. Sometimes the term harpy is also used to refer to a cruel woman and is supposed to signify greed. A shrew is an offensive term used for a woman who is regarded as quarrelsome, nagging, or ill tempered. Dear friends, all these terms, as I said earlier, they do not have anything to do with the reality of women. they are invented and they are just bolstered upon women just to undermine any woman's effort to come out in the society and to question the patriarchal values that are imposed upon them. Thank you.